What's the deal? You already know what it is. Back with another video for my young boys, maybe girls. But no, today, man, we about to ruffle some feathers today, man. Because I got a gripe with this whole little system, as y'all know by now. And I got some goals. One of my goals here on this platform is to get as many as less of y'all, as few of y'all, really all of y'all. Not even. We shooting for the stars, aiming for the moon. But it's to get as many of y'all as possible to stop doing this. And I'm going to put this on the screen for y'all. Boom. This. We not doing this no more. Yeah. Yeah, and the ladies ain't going to like this one. Because this is in game for a lot of y'all. This is the end all be all. This is how you know, for ladies, this is how y'all know y'all made it, right? Getting this to happen. No more of this. Fellas, we putting this away. This whole concept of westernized marriage, as what we call it, marriage, we putting this away from here on out. As long as y'all is tapping into this, y'all is not going to hear me stop saying that. It's no more of this. Because what this is on y'all screen right now, this is submission. Yup. This is submission. Let's look at what's going on. I didn't even realize this dude got more than one ring. He letting her pick which one. He letting her pick. But the fact of the matter is, this shouldn't even come off as a controversial thing. This shouldn't even come off as a crazy thing to say that we putting this away. Because nowhere in the Bible does it say anything about a man getting down on one knee and offering a woman jewelry to make marriage, to propose marriage or anything like that. This is not biblical. This is a Bible-based channel. Therefore, this shouldn't come as a shock. But the problem is, a lot of y'all are so wrapped up into this Babylonian structure. Y'all are so accustomed to their customs that it's a lot of things that you don't realize that you need to put away. Now, I talked about this before, in the past. I got videos in the past talking about this concept. But we're bringing this back because, and we're going to keep bringing it back because more people need to see this. More men specifically need to be aware that this is folly. This is submission. This is you coming down to her level. Not even though. When we look at what's going on here, we look at the symbology of a marriage proposal, he's actually going below her level. This is what submission looks like. This is what submission looks like. Now, and I'm gonna break it down. Within the Babylonian structure, what we have now, this is how things go. You talk to a woman for a while, you start smashing. This is what typically happens. You start smashing. You smashing for a while, y'all are boyfriend and girlfriend. Whatever that means when we really think about it. Boyfriend and girlfriend. Okay. Y'all are boyfriend and girlfriend. Y'all smashing. Y'all do this, y'all going on dates. Y'all do this for the next few months. maybe years, until eventually the man decides, okay, I'm going to tie the knot and I'm going to propose to this woman. So then he gets down on one knee and he basically asks her, baby, he tells her, baby, you're the best thing that ever happened to me. I can't imagine going on without you. I need you in my life. Will you marry me? And she's going to say yes or no. Now, what happens, let's talk about what happens. This is what's being said verbally. Let's talk about the unconscious things that's being said. And obviously, we, again, follow me, we going off of this current structure of things. So this is all under monogamy. So what's really being said in this current moment that y'all watching right now, baby, I traveled high and low, far and wide. I've dealt with this. I had my fair share of women, because we all do. We have our dealings before we not too many people, by ratio, not too many people are marrying the first woman they deal with, right? So, he basically says, the man basically says, this is me and you. I need you. I want you. You're all I need in my life. You're the only thing that's for me. Will you marry me? Yes or no? Boom, boom, boom. Now, what does this do in the woman's head? You, as a man, essentially just told that woman that she's the best thing for you in the world. For as long as you live, as long as you are alive, until your dying day, you basically told that woman that she's the only thing for you. She's the only thing you'll ever need. And your purpose is fulfilled as far as finding a suitable mate. You've told her, you basically put the whole world on that woman's shoulders. You've told her that she's everything and you're never going to need anything else. Now, in the red pill community, they call this your sexual marketplace value. That's what, in the red pill community, that's what it's called. Sexual marketplace value. You essentially expose your standards. You expose that this is the highest you're ever going to get. Because under the pretenses of monogamy, if we're going one man, one woman, you've cut off everything else, any other woman that you're going to ever, that could ever possibly be of value to you as a man. You told her she's the only thing you're going to ever need for the rest of your life, meaning you've just told that woman that she's borderline the best woman in the world. You've told her that she's the best woman in the world, the number one, peak. It gets no better than that. And that's what monogamy is. That's what this marriage thing is. You telling a woman that she's all you need and she's the best thing in the world for you. Now, can you imagine how big a woman's head is going to get after you basically tell her something like that? Now, granted, you didn't tell her that. You didn't really say that. But that's what this is. That's what this whole thing we're looking at on the screen, that's what this is. She can't even hold in her emotions because you basically just told her you're peak. You're peak. There's no better. There's nothing else. Me and you forever. That's what you've just said. And this woman head, now the woman's head after this point is on cloud 9. And this is why we see majority, I'm jumping pages, but this is why we see majority of relationships start going downhill after the marriage phase. Man, can I be real with y'all fellas? Y'all know, you sit up there and start a relationship with a woman, you in what's called the honeymoon phase. Everything is fire. She cooking, she cleaning, everything is on point. The the love making is on fire. You know, it's everything is on point. Everything is right. Can't nothing go wrong. But then once knots start getting tied and titles start coming into play, she don't have to try as hard. You want to know why? Because you're slowly integrating into the phases of she's starting to understand that, okay, I'm becoming all he needs. I'm becoming his number one. I'm becoming his one and only. Once you start integrating her into the one and only phase, now she don't have to try as hard. Now she don't have to cook as much. Now she can cook, here and there. Now she don't have to clean the crib as much. Now she don't have to give you that fire as much. Now things start getting withheld because she's starting to believe she won. Now, when you cross over the threshold of marriage, when you're starting to get into this territory where you've now made this covenant, you've now walked the aisle and you now made this covenant, under God. Now, you think that she have to try harder? No. She don't have to try harder. You've now wrote a contract out saying that this woman is literally all you're gonna need for the rest of your life. You've wrote that contract out. It's now in black and white. It's super real now. It's extremely real. It's in black and white that this is now your woman forever. It's in black and white. And you know what inevitably happens? These marriages end in divorce. We know for a fact that 75% of marriages end in divorce due to the woman filing for divorce. You want to know why? It's usually infidelity. Some infidelity involved in a man because the man is denying his flesh. Well, he's denying really his right. He's denying his right to have more than one woman. But under the pretenses, under this structure of monogamy, that man is caged in and he's losing it. So what's he gonna do? He's gonna succumb to the flesh. He's gonna go out and then, he's gonna cheat on his wife. And I'm not condoning cheating at all, but I'm just giving you what's more than likely going to happen. What we've seen is constantly happening in these situations. And the woman is primarily filing for these divorces because, you want to know why, guys? Hypergamy is no longer being satisfied. This does not stimulate hypergamy. Again, I got some more pictures up. This does not stimulate hypergamy. What is hypergamy, you may ask? Look at him. Geek. He like, I got her. I did it. I got one. Look, he going crazy. And look at him. He's still down on the knee. Look, we really can't ignore the symbology in this. This is the man. Now we know, generally men are taller than women, right? So this is what's going on naturally. Naturally, this is what's going on. When marriage is incorporated, when we start doing this, look at him. He goes down below her level. And he asks her, will you take me? Will you be with me? And she's given the power to say yes or no. She could either take you or crush you. Crush your little heart. That's the power that you give the woman in this moment, in this ritual. Let's call it for what it is. This is a ritual. This is a ritual. This is you handing over the power. And now women hear me talking about, oh, he's talking about power and control and all of this type of stuff. You want to, no. Again, this is a Bible-based channel. Let's go to some scriptures. We can go on and on. Ephesians 5:22. Wives, submit to your husbands. Wives, submit yourselves to your own husbands as you do to the Lord. For the husband is the head of the wife, as Christ is the head of the church. Clear as day. There's a pecking order to things. The man is the head. The man is the lead. I'm trying to get y'all guys to really strap y'all nuts on and understand that y'all are the head. Y'all are the lead. The scripture says the flock. We can pull that up too. I can go to that. I think I got that out here. Yeah. Ezekiel 34:31. And ye, my flock, the flock of my pasture are men, and I am your God, saith the Lord. Y'all are the heads. Y'all are the closest thing to Christ walking this planet. Y'all are the closest thing to Christ on the earth. Again, we got more. Corinthians 7:39. The wife is bound by the law as long as her husband liveth. Now, you ain't going to see this in reverse. You're not going to see this scripture anywhere in reverse. It's nowhere saying that the man is bound to his wife as long as she liveth. Knowing that, why is this man down on one knee? Why is he down there? Why is he in complete submission? And people would be like, oh, that's a reach. It's just a couple of... No. Rituals can be quick, long, however, this is a ritual because this is a thing that everybody accepts, and it is a thing that everybody does. When it comes to marriage, this ritual right here has to take place in order for marriage to happen inside of Babylon. This is what has to happen. The man has to come below the woman's level and basically plead to her to take him on as a husband. And she's given the power to say yes or no. She can literally crush your spirit right there in that moment. Or she can give you this feeling. Like you've won. Like you've achieved the greatest thing. And the scriptures do say, when he who finds a wife finds a good thing. You do find a good thing. You definitely do. If you're able to find a woman that is, humble, submissive, willing to serve you as she would the Lord, that's definitely a good thing. But I'm not going to take that away. That's definitely a good thing you found. But the vast majority of times, these guys get in these relationships and the woman is not on that timing. The woman is not submitting to you as she would the Lord. That's not taking place. We got some more. Here we go. And they hate this one. And this is just, but I suffer, this is Timothy 2:12. But I suffer not a woman to teach nor usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. So the woman is not even supposed to usurp authority over y'all at all. There's no instance where the woman should be usurping any kind of authority over y'all, period. But yet, do this look authoritative? Do this man look like he's in an authoritative frame right now? No. He doesn't. And again, this does not satisfy hypergamy. This does not satisfy hypergamy. Now, some might be asking, what's hypergamy? I'm glad you asked. Hypergamy, the action of marrying or forming a sexual relationship with a person of a superior sociological or educational background. Meaning, women naturally date up. That's all it is to it. Now, this ain't no fresh or fit. We ain't bashing women over here. We making it make sense. That's all we doing. We just trying to make it make sense. Now, knowing that women date up, right? We now know women are hypergamous. We know that women are hypergamous. This shouldn't be even a debate or controversial at all. Women are hypergamous. Women want a man that is physically stronger. She typically want a man that's physically stronger. She want a man that's older in some cases. She want a man that's older. She want a man, because age, we could just break that down. Age is a sign of, knowledge, more experience. You've been around longer. You have more experience. You've been around longer. I mean, a woman want a man stronger. Stronger means that he can actually protect her. If he's stronger in shape, fit, or whatever, he can protect her. Taller, again, that goes into it's just a thing of protection. She feels like a man that's taller is more capable of protecting her. She wants a man that's wiser. She wants a leader. Because if she wants somebody that's gonna lead her, you have to be smart. You have to be educated. You have to have common sense. There's nothing wrong with hypergamy. That's what separates this talk from the red pill talk from your fresh and fits. It's nothing wrong with being hypergamous. It's just nature. You're supposed to want that. You're literally a man has to be the woman's salvation in order to get to the kingdom. The woman can't even see the gates without salvation, the salvation brought by a man and childbearing. Therefore, she's naturally her life and soul is in the balance. Therefore, yes, she's going to want a man that is capable, that is beyond capable, way more capable than she is, because he literally has to lead her. There's nothing wrong with being hypergamous at all. It's just a fact, though. That's just a fact. So we know that women are hypergamous. Again, this does not satisfy hypergamy. Why doesn't it satisfy hypergamy? Because essentially what you do when you go into this stance, when you go into this state, when you do this ritual, what you're saying is, you are all I need in this world. You are the peak of my existence. Basically, you're peak. You're peak. As long as I live, you're all I'm ever gonna need. When you tell a woman that, do that sound like somebody you're superior to, or do that sound like somebody you're at the very most equal to? You've told her basically y'all are equals. Hypergamy can no longer be satisfied. That's why these marriages are ending in divorce by the woman. Hypergamy, once you do this, hypergamy is no longer satisfied. Excuse me. The chase is over with. The quote unquote chase is over with. They no longer have to go the extra mile to stay in your life, because you've wrote in black and white that she's the best that you're ever gonna get and she's all that you need. That's what happens at the most, y'all equal. But in a lot of these cases, you actually give her more power. You actually put her above you. You actually completely break the structure that the Most High has set up. Because now you know how they say happy wife equals happy life? That didn't come from nowhere. These men is out here trying to chase these women's validation in the household. These men are out here trying to make sure that their household is straight by keeping their woman happy. That's the authoritative figure. In a lot of these households, the woman is the authoritative figure. Come on now. And I want to go over something else. Let's talk about
hypergamy is a very uncomfortable discussion.
Yes, it certainly is.
It's
it doesn't
very
matter.
uncomfortable.
Well, there's plenty of uncomfortable discussions to be had.
That's a big one, though.
It is.
The idea that it defines women's sexual choices by the fact that they
and
want.
And then the thing is, I'm going to start this from the top. It shouldn't be a comfortable discussion. It shouldn't be none of that. Y'all need to get out y'all feelings. This is the real world.
Right.
Women are hypergamous, which means they mate across dominance hierarchies. And so if you're a male who's successful in a given hierarchy, the probability that you're going to have additional mating opportunities is exceptionally high. It's an unbelievably good predictor of that.
That hypergamy is a very uncomfortable discussion.
Yes, certainly.
Again, so he was talking about the male. the male being high in social hierarchies or whatever. And this is how the relationship starts off. The reason that that woman gravitated towards you in the first place is because hypergamy was satisfied. She believed that you added something. You would add something to her life. She believed that she pedestalized you at some point. At some point in her mind, she put you on the pedestal, as she should. Again, wives, submit to your husband as unto the Lord. You should be on the pedestal. So she put you up on that pedestal. And then, for whatever reason, she put you up there. And again, maybe you had more whatever, but you had a good lifestyle. Or you had a good lifestyle. You was closer to the Most High than her. You know, that's a rare case because, you know, women, you know, vast majority of women ain't on that timing. It's usually gonna be on some carnal stuff where she like, oh, he got more money. Oh, he do this, he do that, you do that. Boom, boom, boom. And they know deep down, it's really not that deep down. They know that you have other women. A lot of them cases where y'all in the early stages, they know you got other women that you talking to. It's a reason that she's attracted to you. So she's going to know that other women are also attracted to you. You're probably entertaining other women. That's why you get a lot of those fellas. You get a lot of them talks where girls be like, oh, I know you got the hoes. You got da. They just be assuming you got all of this stuff. So, but boom. What was I saying? So yeah, she pedestalized you. But then, over the course of your relationship, she has you on a pedestal, and all of a sudden, boom, you do this. How is she gonna have you on the pedestal still after you done just literally came below her level and told her you're the only thing you need? She needs. She's the only thing that you need for the rest of your life. As long as you draw breath, you're saying that she's the only person for you forever. How do you keep a person on a pedestal after you done just told them that inadvertently? How do a person keep you on a pedestal after you do that? You've exposed your hand. You've exposed yourself, sir. You've literally gave into the system and exposed yourself. You exposed yourself. There's no other way around it. You told her that the juice ain't really all that worth the squeeze because she's the best that you can get. And this is another part that we ain't talking about. This is another part. These women know that they ain't shit. Come on now. These women, the vast majority of these women out here are not innocent, bro. They do not have their innocence. They do not have their purity, meaning they are not virgins, meaning they have hoe phase, meaning they've had hoe phases or are currently in a hoe phase, meaning they know that they are getting buzzed down on the low. And if it don't apply, let it fly. But if you feel convicted, it is what it is. But the vast majority of these women know that they out here slutting. That's a fact. Let's just be real. These women know that they out here slutting on the low key. So if a woman knows this in the back of her mind, because women out here are not giving out their body counts or nothing like that. But if they know themselves, if they know anything else, they know what they done. Follow me. This ain't no fresh and fit talk. Follow me. They know what they've done. They've known if they had hoe phases. So, if she puts you on a pedestal as being above her, and then she knows that she had hoe phases, she knows that she has issues and all of this other type of stuff, what do you think she think about you after you submit to her like this, when she already knows in the back of her mind that she's low-key not worthy of this? What do you think she think about you when you do this and she knows that she's not even worthy of it? You think hypergamy is being satisfied anymore? You think she's still going to see you as a superior? No, she's going to know you're a low-key a sucker. She going to love all of this in the moment, but this is what's happening. These are the seeds that's planted, and this is what's happening subconsciously. She's going to know the subconscious seed of you being a sucker has now been planted. It don't matter who you are. You could be the most macho, most wealthy, most chaddest dude on the planet. Once you get to doing this, you've removed yourself off of that pedestal, sir. You've taken yourself off. In the name of monogamy, you've taken yourself off. Because you said you're all I'm gonna need for the rest of my life. You're the best I'm gonna get. That's all you saying. To simplify, you're telling her you're the best I'm going to get. That's what you put on that woman when you in this one-on-one thing. You're the best I'm going to get. You are the best I'm going to get. Because otherwise, why would you settle for that woman? If there was something better for you, it would make no sense for you to settle for the lesser option. It would make no sense to do that. So in your head, for whatever reason, a lot of y'all settle for these women and y'all marry these women because in your head, y'all believe that that's the best that you're going to get. Let's just be real with each other. When y'all sit up there and jump in them relationships, when y'all jump into relationships with these, when y'all settle for these women that don't submit to y'all unto the Lord, y'all settle for these women that are clearly not capable of being a wife. But in your head, this is the best you're gonna get. Men settle. We settle. We settle for what we can get. And enough is enough.
Yes, but
It's
it doesn't
very
matter.
uncomfortable.
Well, there's plenty of uncomfortable
but
discussions to be had.
that's a big one, though.
It is.
The idea that it defines women's sexual choices by the fact that they want bigger, better. They want someone who's more successful, someone who's so higher.
Again, this should not be controversial. There's nothing wrong with this. Women's lives are literally in the balance. Their whole salvation is based on that man. There's nothing wrong with wanting the best option, wanting a bigger, better option. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to want the best for yourself, and the best option for you is going to be the best man. But the man has to be above you in some caliber. Why would you put your life in somebody that's been like lower than you? Why would you sit up there and go to the homeless man in the underpass and get him $2,000 and tell him, I need you to flip this for me? Come on now.
social ladder than what they're accustomed to or what they have
Yeah,
now.
well, what women do is, like, mate choice is a very difficult problem. So how do you solve it? Well, here's how women solve it. Throw the men in a ring, let them compete at whatever they're competing at, assume that the man who wins is the best man, marry him.
It's a biological solution.
It's a biological solution, but it has a cost.
What is the cost?
Well, the cost is polygamy.
And that's very important what he just said. And that's what a lot of these women do. Instead of relying on the Most High, instead of being celibate, instead of, being celibate, being in the Word, being chaste, modest, and gravitating towards the right man, this is what a lot of women do. They rack up their body count by having a whole roster of guys. They create this roster of guys, and then they basically trying them all out, dibbling and dabbling with certain ones until they find the best one they like. Now realizing they actually are deteriorating their chances of finding a suitable mate, because you're not only racking up your body count, you having more than you're creating soul ties. You really creating husbands. Like you're doing the sex, the real marriage ritual. The real marriage ritual, you're doing it with all these other men. You got all of these husbands out here. It's constant adultery. You loaded with hella demons, hella sin, and you are losing the ability to truly pair by. And because the spirits that's on you is pushing away the actual righteous men that you're looking for, that you need to settle down with. You're pushing the men away, so you're literally in a rat race. The Most High have thrown you in a strong delusion. He got you think that you out here trying all of these different dudes to find the right one or whatever, and you giving the box up to this one, that one, and that one, or you entertaining this one, and that one, thinking that it's to your benefit, but it's actually to your detriment. Because what's happening in the spiritual realm is more demons is latching on to you, more baggage, more trust issues, more everything is latching on to you. So if you by the grace of God, if you're actually able to get in the presence of a righteous man, he's going to be staring far away from you because you're a whore. Ma'am, you've become a whore. You're done. Come on now. Got another video on hypergamy.
To mate and date up in status hierarchies. For instance, women generally want men who are older, taller, stronger, higher status, higher earning, etc. We've also talked about how women treat men the way men treat jobs. This means that all things being equal, women are going to choose their most compelling overall offer. And this also means that women mate or date for gain. They want something better than they currently have. That's the hyper part of hypergamy. Simply breaking even is generally not sufficient incentive for a woman to initiate a sexual relationship. Irrespective of whether it's something casual or something more long-term, women must benefit from the interaction in order to justify the risk and the opportunity cost of pursuing that particular relationship. In short,
there you have it. I mean, this, again, let's bring it back. This does not satisfy hypergamy. And every time I drop this word, the sub count go down, but we gonna talk about it. Because the truth is the truth. How fellas, you asking, how do you combat this? How do you combat this modern society system of marriage? It's polygyny, y'all. Polygyny. It is polygyny. Now, marriage and another thing, and it's just simply not doing this. It's simply not doing this. Because it's walking down that altar, whatever. You just smashed this woman 100+ times, and yet this dude talking about you can kiss the bride. All of the theatrics. Listen, signing contracts, the Most High says, what I bring together, let no man separate. Do I got that on here? Yeah. Therefore, they are no more two, but one flesh. What therefore God have joined together, let no man put asunder. You know, another word for that is separate. Let no man separate. What I bring together, let no man separate. You go to that woman and y'all make an agreement under the Most High. This is what y'all gonna do. Y'all have a mission statement. Y'all make a mission statement. This is what y'all gonna do. Y'all gonna work for the kingdom under the Most High. Y'all do what y'all do, and y'all are married. Y'all are married. As simple as that. But again, back to polygyny. Polygyny combats all of this. Our people naturally we come from a polygynous union. The 12 tribes of Israel came from a polygynous union. There was one man and more than one wife. It's simple. When y'all see y'all love Black Panther and all of that other stuff, y'all love them. But do y'all realize that kingdom living, tribal living, which is what our people originally are before we came over and adapted these Western customs, there was one man and more than one wife. We literally know that there's like 20 women to every one man naturally. There's also scripture, let me pull that up, because there's also scripture that prophesied there will be 7 women to 7 women in that day, hold on. In that day, women will cleave to one man. Here we go. What's this? Isaiah 4:1. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. It is prophecy that in the last days that there will be more than one woman that will have to cleave to a single man. They will be able to provide their own bread, meaning they will be able to feed themselves. They're going to have jobs. They're going to be able to feed themselves. They're going to be able to provide clothes for themselves. They're going to be able to take care of themselves. But they say, let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. The woman's salvation lies in the man. We are the closest thing to Christ walking the planet. Their salvation is in our hands, fellas. We are the flock of the Most High's pasture. Again, more than one woman will cleave to a single man. It's prophecy. It's prophecy. There's 20 women to every one man right now. Meaning, are we just to say that so it's going to be a bunch of women that gets no husband at all? Even though we are seeing that, but we seeing that because there's no biblical polygyny going on. And I'm tired of these selfish ass women that hear this and be immediately turned off because their first idea is, oh, he only doing it for sex. Oh, he only just want more than one chick to smash. You know how carnal you are, man. If this is your philosophy, do you know how carnal you gotta be for that to be your thinking? When our people are suffering, when our people are dropping like flies left and right, and we are in a dang on depopulation agenda, do you realize how silly you are to even to be thinking on that level? Do you know how much work is required for a man to even have more than one wife? A wife, an actual wife, not somebody that you just laid up with that you can smash on. Like an actual wife. That requires work. This ain't fun and games. Like, what be wrong with y'all? And the thing is, like, it's inevitable. You can feel a way, you can feel all you want to feel about it. But I guarantee the women that think like that, this is their end goal. Again, back to 1 and 1. This is their end goal. And we just broke down how this go. Hypergamy, they think this is what they want, but this doesn't even satisfy hypergamy. So you know what's gonna happen? They're gonna get into these fake monogamous relationships, and the man is gonna be fake, she gonna be fake, and then they gonna end inevitably. And then they gonna keep that loop going if she even be able to get another husband until she eventually rots single. While the women that took heed, the women that understood purpose, the women that understood prophecy, the women that understood our culture, the women that understood nation building, the women that understood growth, they're going to be happy because they're going to have husbands. They're not going to have to whip the rolls out every night. They're not going to have to whip the lightsabers out every night. They're not going to have to flick the beam. They're not going to have lonely nights. They're not going to have to be alone. Because they're going to have a husband. They're going to have somebody that can lead them to the gate. So they're going to have somebody that's going to get them actual salvation. While a lot of y'all women end up growing old, growing miserable, single, and then You die alone. Outside of purpose. Now, I'm not to say what's going to happen to you after, but I'm just going to let you know you've went against purpose. You've really sinned against the Lord because you was too high-minded. You was too prideful to submit to a man. For real, for real. You wanted to take control over him. You wanted to have absolute control, and you wanted him to submit to you because you felt like, yo, whatever it is in this brain of yours was greater than what the Most High instilled in men. The flock of his pasture. So, you are in sin. You are in sin, man. And I can only wish you the best because you're really transgressing with that prideful mind of yours. Because you think you just too good, you too good for it. And what have you done? What have you done? Besides jump bones, have children out of wedlock, and now you believe that somebody needs to come along and submit to you? Who are you? It's okay though, you're gonna learn the hard way. Y'all gonna get enough of trying to bash polygyny like that's not our culture. Y'all gonna get enough of it. But that's pretty much the video for today, y'all. I enjoyed this very well. Yeah, man, ladies, y'all gotta tighten up, humble yourselves, find the righteous man, submit to him, submit. You know, I gotta keep saying it, but they hate that word. That word is like kryptonite to them. So I'm just basically bringing out the kryptonite every time. Submit. They be like, no, dying inside when you get to saying that because it's pride. Again, it's pride. They think they too good for it. It's crazy to me. Men, strap your nuts on. Stop doing this. Stop it. We just went over it. It's a dead mission. It's literally a dead mission. Once you do this, you just took yourself out the game. It's a dead mission. You're not doing nothing for that woman. You're not satisfying the hypergamy no more. You've completely given your power away. Anytime you do this, you completely give your power away. You went below. You literally went from up here to down here. You literally this is suicide. This right here is suicide. Stop doing it. It's not biblical. Stop doing it. Stop doing it. Stop doing it. Stop it. No more of this. It's over with. No more. No more. This is a lie. This is a lie. This is a lie. Taught by the oppressor. It's a lie. So, yeah. That's the video for today, though. I love y'all. Take care. Stay safe. Like, comment, subscribe for more content. I'm on y'all.